it's time for Timothy. Yes, it's time for Timothy and all his friends to bring you today's adventure when a big cake turns into a little cake and a great big tummy ache. Let's see what happens to Timothy and the devil's food cake.
Hi, Granny. Look what we brought for the bazaar.
I made these pot holders.
And I made this watering can. Of course, it's just a juice can that I painted.
Timothy, Kathleen, why, these are lovely and useful, too. Kathleen, put your potholders here with the kitchen things. And the watering can belongs in the gardening section, Timothy. Everyone has contributed something. Jeremiah gave us one of his rare old books. And Uncle Paul built a darling little birdhouse. Reverend Mark painted a beautiful picture. And I baked a devil's food cake.
Devil's food cake? It's my very favorite kind.
I must bake one just for you and Kathleen soon.
Where is the birdhouse and Reverend Mark's painting?
And the devil's food cake.
Oh, gracious, I completely forgot. They're still in the study. Timothy, would you mind getting them for me?
Sure, Granny. Then Kathleen and I are going sledding with Elmer and Orvie.
My, doesn't that sound like fun? Kathleen, dear, can you help me check on the supper arrangements first?
Sure.
Wow! Look at that cake! Smells luscious. I wonder if it tastes any good. Sometimes Granny's cakes are pretty awful. Hey, here's a little lump of frosting that's about to fall off the plate. If it does, somebody might step in it and mash it in the rug. I'd better lick it off. It is good. Hey, this cake is lopsided. I'll bet Granny didn't see that. She wouldn't want to take it to the bazaar all lopsided. I'd better even it up. Oh, no! It fell apart! Oh, what'll I do? Maybe I can put it back together again. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that looks pretty messy. I know! I'll eat this part. That'll make the cake look neat again. That was so good. And what's left looks okay too. Wow, now I'd better take everything down to the bazaar. Granny will wonder where I am. It took 2 trips, but I made it. Everything's ready. Hey, look at that tiny little hole in the birdhouse. I wonder how Uncle Paul expects a bird to fly in and out of that. I know. I'll cut the hole a little bigger. This'll make it better. I can just see some poor little bird coming home at night and getting stuck. Gosh, I sort of got carried away. Oh, somehow it doesn't look so good now. Maybe I made the hole too big. I'd better leave it alone. I'd better leave everything alone and get out of here. Oh, no! It's all busted. Oh, nothing's going right for me today.
Hi, Kathleen. Where's Timothy?
He's helping Granny. He'll be here pretty soon. Hello, Orvie. How's the snow, fellas?
Just right. Mr. and Mrs. Hyatt are so nice to let us play here.
And they always give such good treats at Halloween. As long as we're good and don't cause any trouble, we can always play here.
Till we're 100 years old. Can't we, Orvie?
Come on, I'll race you. 1, 2, 3, go!
Everybody.
Boy, are you a slowpoke.
What took so long?
Tim, there's chocolate all over your face.
You didn't eat any of Granny's cake.
Well, it was lopsided, see? So I evened it up a bit.
You what?
Stop worrying. I know what. Let's build a snow fort.
Good idea. Come on, everybody. Here's a good place.
This'll be the best fort in town, won't it, Orvie?
Tim, building this fort was your idea. How come you're not helping?
Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I think I'll go home.
You do look kind of sick. I'd better go with you.
Oh, you don't need to, Kathleen. I'll be okay.
Now, never you mind. I'll go. Sorry, Elmer, Orvie. Be sure to thank Mr. and Mrs. Hyatt for us.
We will. Hope you feel better, Tim. Gee, wonder what made him sick.
Why, Timothy, is anything wrong? Did you have an accident sledding?
No, but I feel just awful.
His stomach hurts, Granny.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Timothy. You wouldn't know what happened to my cake, would you?
Your cake?
Half of it's gone, disappeared. And it's too late to bake another one.
Well, there's half a cake left. Half a cake's better than none, isn't it?
And Uncle Paul's birdhouse is ruined. And the glass in Reverend Mark's painting is broken.
The birdhouse and painting, too?
Timothy, do you know anything about all this?
Oh, my poor stomach.
I'm waiting.
Oh, I always do the wrong thing. I tried to even up the cake by nibbling the frosting, and all at once it just crumbled and broke. So I ate the broken part to clean up the mess. Oh, and now I don't feel so good. I didn't mean to ruin it. Honest.
And the birdhouse? And the painting?
I was only trying to help. But that was my fault, too. The knife slipped when I tried to make the hole bigger. And then I bumped the table and the painting fell on the floor. I left before I did anything else wrong. Oh, my stomach.
Oh, this hasn't been one of your good days, I can see. Well, you go and lie down, and I'll bring you something to make you well. Let me think. What is good for a stomach ache caused by too much devil's food cake?
Can I get you anything, Tim? You look sort of green.
I feel green, and it's all my fault. I shouldn't have messed with that cake. Now Granny can't give it to the bazaar.
I know. Did you tell her you were sorry?
No, but I am sorry. Sorry I got sick.
Why, Timothy Church Mouse, you ruined Granny's cake and didn't even tell her you're sorry?
I'm tired of saying I'm sorry all the time. What good does it do anyway?
Hi, Tim. We're real sorry about your stomach, aren't we, Orvie? Do you have to take some bad-tasting medicine?
It wasn't so bad, but my stomach still feels funny.
My mom always gives me something that tastes awful. Say, what made you so sick?
Oh, never mind.
I'll bet it was something you ate. Something chocolate. 'Cause you had chocolate all over your face when we were sledding, didn't he, Orvie? That's it. You ate too much of something chocolate.
Please, Elmer, don't mention that word again.
What word?
The one you said I must have eaten. You know.
Oh, you mean chocolate.
Oh, that's it. Don't say it. It makes me hurt more than ever.
Gee, we didn't mean to make you feel worse. We came to cheer you up, didn't we, Orvie?
That's all right, fellas. Just don't say that word.
I won't even think about chocolate.
Oh.
I promise. Oh, gee, I get all mixed up.
Maybe we could talk about something else. It's supposed to snow again tonight. If Tim is well, we could all go sledding again tomorrow.
I don't think I'll ever feel good again.
Of course you will. You're about the healthiest kid I know.
She's right, Tim. We'll have to go now, but Orvie and I brought you something.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Look, Kathleen. Batman. This is neat, fellas. Thanks.
That's okay. Don't eat any more chocolate. Get well soon.
Timothy, Aunt Cherry's here too.
Hi, Aunt Cherry.
My goodness gracious, Timothy. Just look at you in bed. It's just as Granny said. You don't have a fever. You'll be fine in no time at all, jumping about like a Mexican jumping bean, and able to enjoy what I brought you and Kathleen.
You brought something for us?
Well, now, it's not much. But when I heard about the bazaar, I baked some devil's food cupcakes, and I made some extra ones for you children.
Oh, no. Not devil's food. Aunt Cherry, didn't Granny tell you what made me sick?
No, she just said you weren't feeling very chipper. What did make you sick, Timothy?
Oh, I ate half the cake Granny made for the bazaar, and that's why I have a stomach ache.
Well, now that is too bad. Of course you told Granny you were sorry.
Well, I told her I didn't mean to ruin her cake, but I didn't exactly tell her I'm sorry. You see, I'll have to tell Uncle Paul that I'm sorry, and tell Reverend Mark I'm sorry for ruining his painting. There's no end to this sorry business. The birdhouse and the painting were accidents, but the cake was kind of different.
Different? How?
Well, it was almost as if I saw a little man pop right out of the cake. He was the devil's food devil, and he had little horns for ears, and he carried a spear and had a long tail with a point on the tip, and he looked right at me and kept dancing all around and pointing at the cake. Oh, it was awful.
Timothy, you don't really expect us to believe all that about a devil's food devil.
Well, that's how it might have happened.
That's disgusting. I'm leaving before you dream up any more ridiculous excuses.
Timothy, I believe you do have a fever. You know very well there wasn't any devil.
Something made me eat that cake.
Well, you won't feel right until you tell Granny you're sorry and ask her to forgive you. You are sorry, aren't you?
Of course I am. I just don't see why I have to say it all the time.
When we hurt someone, we hurt ourselves too. And we don't really feel better until we tell that someone how very sorry we are.
But I didn't hurt Granny. I didn't give her a stomach ache. I got the stomach ache.
You hurt her feelings. And she's sure to feel very sad and disappointed in you until you tell her how sorry you are.
Okay. I'll tell her. And Uncle Paul. And Reverend Mark. But it'll be so hard.
I know. God will help you find the strength to do it. Well, I must go now. I'll leave the extra cupcakes here.
Bye, Aunt Cherry. Thanks for the cupcakes. Elmer and Orvie can have my share. If only I'd waited. Oh, I'm just a miserable, greedy, selfish church mouse, that's what. I wish I hadn't made up that story about the devil's food devil. And I wish I had said I was sorry right away. Uncle Paul, I tried to make the birdhouse better, and I ruined it.
So I see. What a shame. I put in a lot of work on that birdhouse.
I should have left it alone. I'm sorry, Uncle Paul.
I know you are, Tim. I'm sure you feel as badly as I do.
Do you think we could fix it? Reverend Mark, I broke your picture.
What in the world happened?
It was an accident. I knocked it off the table. I'm awful sorry.
I'm sure you are, Tim, and I appreciate that.
I could help you fix it.
How do you feel now, Timothy?
Oh, Granny, how can you be so nice to me when I've been so bad? I'm sorry. Honest, Granny. I'm ever so sorry for all the trouble I made. Will you forgive me?
Of course I forgive you, dear. You know what happened. I said to myself, I wonder if anyone would want just half a devil's food cake.
Half is better than none.
Oh, well, you're right. I took the half cake to the bazaar and sold it.
You did?
I certainly did. Remember sweet little Miss Pringle who lives all alone? Well, she said half a cake was just her size, so she bought it and was as happy as could be.
That's great, Granny. But what about the birdhouse and Reverend Mark's painting?
Well, I'm afraid they'll have to be repaired for next year's bazaar. But I know you were just trying to help. And you certainly didn't intend to ruin them. Uncle Paul and Reverend Mark will understand.
I know. And I told them how sorry I am.
That's my boy.
Look, Granny. Devil's food cupcakes.
Well, I do declare.